Hello, good evening. I'm Sean Green with the Lime Sports World. Begin with some tennis. Ronaldo Gibson has set up a clash with number 2 seed Shannon Williams, while Russell Mosley will meet Damien Applewhite in tomorrow's men's semi-final of the Senior National Tennis Championships at the Wildy Tennis Center. Now, Gibson first had to overcome a challenge from Matthew Estwick last night in order to advance. This is Ronaldo Gibson here with the serve to Matthew Estwick, and that one was a bit too peppery for him. Still trying to figure out what went wrong there. Here he is again looking for another ace, and he got it. Again, no control from Estwick in his return. He did manage to return this service, then tries to fox Gibson with a baseline return. But Estwick just couldn't keep the ball in with this play. The opportunity presented itself again, and this time it was Gibson who had the problem returning from the deep. But no real long rallies in this game, and even though Estwick showed some fight, Gibson took the first at 6-4. Estwick started the second with a smoking ace, the shot of the match if you ask me. Here he is serving once more and probably growing in confidence. And this was one of the longer rallies in the second set. Both men hanging back and playing the baseline game, waiting for the unforced error. And it came. Estwick into the net. And Gibson, spurred on by that, was intent on keeping the pressure on his opponent. And then Gibson spots his opportunity and charges, stopping Estwick with that passing shot. Then he polished him off with another powerful forehand shot, which left Estwick almost on his knees as Gibson went on to win in 2 straight sets, 6-4, 6-4. Meanwhile, Kiana Marshall and Cherise Slocum will battle it out for the women's title after winning their respective semi-final matchups. CBC's Shane Jones reports on Marshall's straight sets victory over Camila DeWitt.
In this fixture, we see the left-handed number 1 seed Kiana Marshall serving to Camila DeWitt. She sets up that forehand. Look at the accuracy on that. Marshall was all over her opponent. Some weak returns from DeWitt. Too easy for Marshall. DeWitt with the serve now, and look at that return right on the baseline. Marshall backing the screen now. Ace. DeWitt does well to return. Another good get, but Marshall opened up for the forehand winner. The number 1 seed, Marshall, was head and shoulders above her opponent. DeWitt stayed in the point for a while, but she was really no match. Marshall showing her range in this point. Check out the drop shot. Take a look at the return now. Boom! Down the line. Yeah, I know it looked like a total wash-off, but DeWitt had some shots of her own. Look at this. That's brilliant. But in the end, it was Kiana Marshall with ease, winning in straight sets, 6-1, 6-2. Shane Jones, CBC Sports.
Well, Slocum also won her semi in straight sets, defeating Jamie Lewis 6-0, 6-4. The final is set for 6 p.m. Friday at the Wildy Tennis Center. The International Cricket Council's Chief Executive Committee has taken some major decisions, including the topping up of 2 reviews after 80 overs per innings for test matches. This trial will start from October 1st in all test matches in which the decision review system is used, with the results being monitored and considered by a working group. An independent assessment of this technology will be conducted before a decision is made on its inclusion in the list of approved DRS technologies. Now, other changes include the ICC World Test Championship being launched in Dubai next month, and in one-day internationals, 2 new balls per innings will continue to be used. Decisions were reached during the CEC's meeting in Dubai over the last 2 days. The CEC discussed a range of issues relating to the playing and business of cricket, some of which will be considered by the ICC board when it holds its 4th and last meeting of the year in London from October 17 to 19. Sports Administrator Raul Clark is the first Barbadian to be inducted into the Huntsman World Senior Games Hall of Fame. The former Olympian was selected earlier this year and received confirmation from the CEO of the Games, Kyle Chase, recently. The induction ceremony takes place in Utah on October 9th at the Hilton Garden Inn and will be followed up with his recognition at the opening ceremony. Clark says he's humble and happy that his dedication to senior athletics has finally paid off.
I think what's happened here is that not only representing Barbados at the Montreal Olympics in 1976, but being the person to introduce the National Senior Games in Barbados, which started in 2002. I also went into Trinidad and St. Lucia and organized their games too. And thereafter, get both St. Lucia and Trinidad to Utah to compete in the games. So all of this was a background of things that being done, and I thought that the directors and organizers of the Huntsman World Senior Games thought it fit to honor me, saying that I had done so much.
A 29-member Barbados contingent will be heading off to Utah on October 4th for the meet. Clark says the athletes have remained committed to training.
The senior athletes, I think they're in fine form. I think most of them, you have the older ones who are competing over the years. I don't want to mention names, but they know who they are. And then we have some new ones this year. We have a new one in Lester Phillip, and then we have Roland Waif. These two coming through, and then you have Lee Daly Cummins. She's one of the new ones, and I think with her performances and Roland's and Lester, I think we would have good competition amongst them, and I think they would do very well.
The Barbados Cycling Union's recent Gun Hill Road race belonged to Russell Elcock. Elcock of Illusion Graphics Fusion rode home with an easy victory. Elcock beat out fellow senior competitors, independent rider Gregory Downey and Adam Cripwell of Team XL. Joshua Kelly, also of Team XL, was first. He was the first junior home, beating out Christian Vanderpool of Fusion and Edwin Sunderland of A-Class Battery Golden Wielders. Edwin Julian beat fellow independent rider Gregory Austin to the line in the Masters 35-49 division, while Gregory Catwell of G4S Team Swift was third. John Provers was the lone finisher in the Masters 50 and over. Golden Wielders Darius Ramsamy topped the juvenile category, ahead of XL's Jacob Kelly and his teammate Tonico Weeks. The consistent Tremaine Ford Catwell of G4 Team Smith won the Tiny Mites race, beating out Dario Griffith of A-Class Battery Golden Wielders. The Christchurch South football team is hoping a change of coach will inspire better performances in this year's David Thompson Football Classic. Junior Fox Greenwich, who coached Rendezvous to this year's BFA KFC knockout title, is on board as head coach of the team. As the start date for the tournament draws closer, the squad have been going through their various training drills at the Dover Playing Field in St. Lawrence. Greenwich says he sees the competition as a stepping stone for players into the Premier League.
I think it's a very good tournament for a lot of the fellas that don't get the chance to play in the same line tournament in the Premiership in First Division. Because I see a lot of guys here that could play football. I mean that they could play really good, but they got other guys that could play better. So this gives them a chance now that they will be able to show their skills in this David Thompson tournament and get a chance to play Premier. Some of them might even get a chance to play for the same Rendezvous. Some of them might get a chance to play for Southfields, Notre Dame's.
Striker Tyrell Hinkson says the team has developed tremendously as the tournament enters its third year.
The past 2 years we haven't, well, the first year we got knocked out in the first round, second year we qualified to the second round and got knocked out. But this year I feel we could go all the way. The team is pretty balanced this year to me. I don't mind the under 20 players coming in because we got some good under 20 players in the community, in the constituency, sorry. So I feel the team is well balanced this year.
The competition starts on Sunday with CBC TV 8 and Radio 100.7 QFM. They will bring live coverage of the opening ceremony and opening game from 4 p.m.